It appears this is a crash site. This is a kind of a landslide, rock slide, and I have no idea how that car got there. I assume that the car is there for the last probably 50, maybe 60 years. And I'm going to show you how the weather is acting on the metal and the car structure and what's left over. So I remember this technology. That's about probably 40 years old technology. So this radio, actually no, it used to be a TV. I see the coil around the picture tube neck, which is called deflection coil. You see it still have some copper, and I see the IF filters or whatever, you know, capacitors, just in case you haven't seen something like that. This is a tube, another tube socket. So you see we are in 2019, and you see the antenna cable. So that was the channel selector. See, it has a kind of a switching circuit that is switching the coils. And of course this video is not related to TVs, it's related to this crash site. I have no idea how the heck this car got here. So if you look at the technology, they used those type of springs. It's not coil springs, it's leaf springs. And it was a kind of a minivan, and look what's inside. So what's left is the steering wheel. You see some gauge, like a big gauge on the top, and gear shifter next to the steering wheel. The pedals still intact, kind of. And what's left of the seats? You see they have a spring coils for the seat comfort, and it was built on a frame, as you can see. And tires were kind of worn out, but you see the tire surface is kind of a smaller. It's not as big as this new technology tires. And it seems that it got a front end impact or some sort of a damage, unless this car got damaged this way when it got rolling on the rocks. The highway used to be not far from here, so maybe it was a shorter roll. But look at the front tire, it's worn out. Maybe the other one is the same. Let's check it out. I can't see the other tire, probably it's under these boulders. But look at the engine. So that's the engine. Of course, looks like a gasoline engine, but it's a big size engine, and maybe it was not that powerful at that time of the century. And you see Delco, the switch, the high voltage switch. I don't know what else you can see here. The radiator fan. Not much. The last shot of this car. I'm not going to adventure myself into that area because it's a very old car and nobody cares about. But for those who are into very old cars, this is one. Yeah, and I hope someone just dumped it here. I hope it was not an accident or a bad nasty crash. And it's not far from the ocean. So here, down here is the railway, then Howe Sound. So was not too far from the railway. Thank you for watching this one.